Fathers, when did you realize your child knew the truth before you did? My 6-year-old son exposed something that shattered the life I thought I had. It started with a bedtime story. Out of nowhere, he asked, "Daddy, why does Mommy call Uncle Ryan her sunshine when you're not home?" I froze. Ryan is my wife Megan's best friend's husband, someone we've known for years. Our families take vacations together, we've celebrated holidays, birthdays. He's practically family. I brushed it off as a kid misunderstanding adult jokes, but my son kept mentioning it. Uncle Ryan comes over a lot when you're working late. He brings Mommy flowers, but she hides them in the garage before you get home. Kids imagine things, I told myself. Megan and I have been married for 9 years. She's always been loving, dependable, the glue that keeps our home from falling apart when I'm buried in work. Then little details started catching my attention. Megan had a new perfume I didn't recognize. She suddenly started dressing up for errands. Her phone was glued to her hand. Screen always tilted away when I walked into the room. Still, I wanted to believe it was nothing. We'd survived the chaos of 2 small kids, a mortgage, job stress. Why would she throw that away? Until one Thursday night, when my son said something that made my blood run cold. Mommy and Uncle Ryan said we can go to Disney World together when you move to your new apartment. My new apartment. I wasn't moving. I never said anything about moving. That's when I realized something was terribly wrong. I waited until Megan fell asleep and checked her phone. There were no messages, just endless deleted conversation threads. But one notification banner slipped through. "Can't wait to see you tomorrow. R." The next evening, I told Megan I had to work late. Instead, I parked down the street around 7 p.m. and watched. At exactly 7:20, Ryan's black SUV pulled into our driveway. He didn't knock. He used his own key. I felt something inside me break. Through the living room window, I saw him walk straight in, smiling, holding a takeout bag. Megan appeared in that new green dress she'd bought for a friend's wedding. She greeted him the way you greet someone who's yours, not your friend's husband. They sat on the couch close, too close. He reached for her hand, kissed her cheek. The sight of it burned into me. My kids were upstairs coloring, probably thinking Uncle Ryan was just visiting again. I sat there in my car for over an hour, watching the man I'd barbecued with, the man whose kids played with mine, make himself at home in my marriage. The next morning, I confronted her. No yelling, no drama, just truth. "Megan, our son told me you're planning Disney trips with Ryan." She froze. Her coffee cup slipped from her hand, shattering on the floor. She didn't deny it. She just cried. Ryan's marriage had been falling apart, and somewhere in that mess, they'd fallen into each other. It had been going on for 6 months. Mostly emotional at first, she said, like that made it better. Ryan's wife, Claire, found out days later after I called her. She was destroyed. Their kids were devastated. Our families imploded overnight. Now Megan's living at her sister's while we work through custody. Ryan moved out too. The kids still ask when Uncle Ryan can come back to play. I never answer. Because how do you tell your child that the people they loved most broke everything behind closed doors, and that they were the only one brave enough to see it coming?